Bhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Namaste. Welcome to session of the Sundarakandam learning series. So today we will be seeing more of Ramakatha Kathanam. As we saw at the end of the 30th Sarga, Hanuman was it wasn't a fix. He didn't know whether to open his mouth and introduce himself as Ramaduta in front of the Rakshasis. How to do it? If he didn't do it, the downside would be Sita Mata would give up her life. If he did it, the downside would be that he would be caught by the Rakshasis and therefore he might be killed in the process, or God forbid, Sita Mata may be killed in the process. So he did not want to risk such adverse outcomes. So he was wondering how to handle the situation without making Sita Mata suspicious of his intents, how to make himself known to her. So at the end of the Sarga 30, we see that he concluded that Ramakatha Shravanam was the best way to get Sita Mata's interest and trust. The moment Sita Mata listens to Ramakatha, Ramakatha can solve the greatest of problems. So Sarga 31 has the benefit of listening to Ramakatha for all of us also. In the compass of 19 verses, till that such time he meets Sita Mata, what is the Ramakatha up to that point? We get to listen. So how does he introduce himself, or how does he introduce a story? He begins the story with Dasharatha. He knows that the way to get Sita Mata's immediate attention and affection was to take Dasharatha's name. And then after devoting a few shlokas to Dasharatha, then he comes to Rama. And then how does he describe Rama? Here I kept the 7th shloka open in the presentation just for that reason. The first vakya, without overtly reassuring her, reassures her by saying, Swasya dharmasya rakshita, one who protects his dharma. Swajanasya rakshita, one who protects his own people, namely you. That is Sita Mata. Rakshita jiva lokasya. If you are worried that you are not one of his own, don't worry. He protects all the beings in the world. Dharmasya cha rakshita, one who is the protector of dharma also. So there is no way in which you will not be protected by Rama. This is the Vyangya Artha of this particular shloka. This is a Vyangya Artha not only for Sita Mata, but for all of us, because in definitely one of the categories we will fall. Correct? Either Swasya dharma, his own dharma. What is Bhagavan's dharma? To protect his bhakta. If you don't consider yourself his bhakta, at least you belong to him. How do you belong to him? Because of the Sharanagati that you have done. Even if you don't know how to do bhakti, if you have taken Sharanagati at his feet, you become his own. Once you become his own, his job is to protect you. Correct? So either one who claims to be a bhakta or who knows he's a bhakta, or one who has taken Sharanagati and left the whole thing to the Lord, he will be protected. If you have not done any of these also, if you are in the world, it is the parent's duty to protect the child. In the same way, it is Rama's duty to protect all of his creations. So, Jiva Lokasya Rakshita. All the Jivas in this Loka, all the Lokas have to be protected by him. Dharmasya cha parantapaha. It is his duty to protect Dharma. What is the meaning of duty to protect Dharma? Those who uphold Dharma have to be protected by the Ramaha Vigrahavan Dharmaha, one who is the embodiment of Dharma himself. Therefore, if you follow Dharma also, he will protect you. If you don't do any of these things, if you are merely a being in this world also, he will protect you. Don't worry. So that is a reassurance that we also get by listening to this particular, or by chanting this particular shloka. Now we'll move forward to the 8th shloka, which we're supposed to start from for today. Tasya satyabhisandhasya Tasya satyabhisandhasya Vriddhasya vachanat pituhu Vriddhasya vachanat pituhu Sabharya sahacha bhratra. Should not say bhrata here. Please note very carefully. It is bhratra. Okay. Sabharya. This is for those who are reading in Sanskrit. Sabharya sahacha bhratra. Virah pravrajito vanam. Virah pravrajito vanam. Tasya satyabhisandhasya Vriddhasya vachanat pituhu Tasya satyabhisandhasya Vriddhasya vachanat pituhu Sabharya sahacha bhratra Virah pravrajito vanam Sabharya sahacha bhratra Virah pravrajito vanam. Together. Tasya satyabhisandhasya Vriddhasya vachanat pituhu Sabharya sahacha bhratra Veerah pravrajito vanam. Pravrajitaha asit. We have to add the verb asit. He has. Okay. Who satyabhisantaha cha vriddhasya pituhu tasya. Okay. So satyabhisandasya, one who is devoted to the truth, in the sense of one who keeps up his word. Who is that? Vriddhasya pituhu, of his old father. Here, Vriddha is not only old in terms of age, but also old in terms of wisdom, old in terms of knowledge of dharma. Jyeshtaha, that artha. Okay, for Vriddha here. So, Vardhanam abhavat iti Vriddha. One who has grown, not just in age, but in wisdom, stature. Okay, honesty here. So, of the one, so this is the adjective for Dasharatha. One who is committed to the truth. Tasya. Vachanat, due to his vachana, word. Veeraha, who is a Veeraha here? Raghuveeraha, Rama. Sabharyaha, one with his wife. Sahacha bhratra cha saha, along with his brother Lakshmana. Vanam, forest. Pravrajitaha, went, asid. Here the Vanam refers to Dandakaranya. Okay, so he managed to reach Dandakaranya in order to keep up the word of his father. We all know the story. So now we move forward. तेन तत्र महारण्ये मृगयां परिधावता राक्षसानि हताः शूरा बहवः कामरूपिणः जनस्थानवधं श्रुत्वा हतौ च खरदूषणौ. Oh, sorry. Third line is the same, isn't it? Okay. Rakshasani hata shuraah bahavah kamarupinah janasthanavadham shrutva hatau cha kharadushanau. तेन तत्र महारण्ये मृगयां परिधावता राक्षसानि हताः शूरा बहवः कामरूपिणः जनस्थानवधं श्रुत्वा हतौ च खरदूषणौ. Together. तेन तत्र महारण्ये मृगयां परिधावता राक्षसानि हताः शूरा बहवः कामरूपिणः जनस्थानवधं श्रुत्वा हतौ च खरदूषणौ. So, खरदूषणौ च हतौ आसीत्. Okay. So, how does it work? Tatra Maharanye, in that great forest. Which forest? In Dandakaranya. See, Hanuman is fast forwarded to Dandakaranya already. Okay. So, in the Dandakaranya forest. Mrigayam paridavata. Why? Mriga refers to any animal. Paridhavata means chasing. Here it does not refer to chasing the golden deer. Here it refers to while hunting. When Rama was hunting, in that process, Tena, by him, by Rama, Shuraha Kamarupinaha Bahavaha Rakshasaha Nihataha. Shuraha, brave, Kamarupinaha, those who can take any form at will. Bahavaha Rakshasaha, many Rakshasas, Nihataha, were killed. What does it mean? This implies that the Rakshasas who were killed in Dandakaranya by Rama on account of his vow to the rishis there, who said that their tapasya was being constantly interrupted by these Rakshasas. Who are these Rakshasas? A part of Ravana's contingent stationed in Dandakaranya as his troops in Bharatavarsha. So he promised them that he will kill those Rakshasas. Correct? 14,000 Asuras were killed by him in Janasthana later, as we saw. But here, the reference is to the animals in the forest, which were actually the Rakshasas masquerading as animals. So he killed those animals who were indeed Rakshasas. Thereby, in the process of hunting, he relieved the sages of their problems, thus keeping his vow. If he has kept his vow to the Rakshasas, if he has kept his vow to his father, why would you think he will not keep his vow to you? Is a Vyangyartha. Why do you think Sita Mata? He has made a vow to you to protect you and care for you. Why do you think he will not protect you? Of course he will protect you. This is the implied meaning. So then Janasthanavadam Shrutva Hataucha Karadushanau. Okay. Tataha Janasthanavadam Hatau Karadushanau Shrutva. Then next shloka will come for the Anvaya. I will still explain this part because I've already taken it and then move to the next shloka. Then thereafter, Tataha, thereafter, Janasthanavadam Hatau Karadushanau Shrutva, having heard of Karadushana being killed in Janasthana. So here he is fast forwarded the Shurpanaka incident. He is directly come to the killing of the 14,000 Asuras in Janasthana and the killing of Kara and Dushana. Having heard of this. Now who would have done this? Maricha. Next will come Shutva, having heard. Now the next shloka will come for Anvaya. I hope the meaning is clear. It's a hanging thing, huh? It's not complete. Tatastvamarshapahruta Janaki Ravanena tu Vanchayitva vane Ramam Mrigarupena Mayaya Tatastu Amarsha Aparhuta. Tatastvamarshapahruta Janaki Ravanena tu. Tatastvamarshapahruta Janaki Ravanena tu. Vanchayitva vane Ramam Mrigarupena Mayaya. Vanchayitva vane Ramam Mrigarupena Mayaya. Together. Tatastvamarshapahruta Janaki Ravanena tu Vanchayitva vane Ramam Mrigarupena Mayaya. Amarshapahruta Asit. Asit is the verb. How does it work? So you just see Karadushana Hatau Shrutva, having heard of Karadushana being killed. Vane, in the forest. Ramam, Rama within bracket and Lakshmana. Okay, Mrigarupena Mayaya Vanchayitva. Mrigarupena. Here it is a reference to the golden deer, in the form of the golden deer. Mayaya, by creating an illusion. Vanchayitva, having deceived. Ramam Vanchayitva, having deceived Rama. Ravanena, by Ravana. Janaki, Amarshapahruta Asit. Janaki, you know, Amarshapahruta. Apahruta means abducted. Amarshapahruta means abducted out of anger, abducted out of a desire for revenge. Okay, so Amarsha refers to thirst for revenge. Due to a thirst for anger and revenge, Ravana abducted Janaki thus. Okay. So here the Vyangya, very clearly, Hanuman is showing the side that he belongs to. Nobody criticizes oneself, calling oneself a cheat. Yes or no? What is Sita Mata's primary doubt? This person who is now talking about Rama's story may be Ravana himself. Okay, here what is the word he is used? Vanchayitva, having deceived Rama. Nobody will admit to being a cheat. He will only say, I was so brave. About himself, if he was to say, with my courage, I got Sita Mata. I abducted her. He left his property unprotected. I abducted his property. Even his attempt to deceive Sita Mata will be filled with his ego only. By very clearly showing the side he belongs to, Hanuman is telling Sita Mata, I know Rama was deceived by that Rakshasa in the form of the Maya Mriga. Okay, so he was not taking her by rightful means. He did not fight. He did not have a face-to-face fight with Rama. He deceived Rama and took. The moment Sita Mata hears it, her bristles will be up and she'll think, oh yeah, this person is on my side. Correct. So very carefully Hanuman chooses his words, and the purpose, the intent of choosing those words is very, very clear, because nobody will call himself a cheat. A person can call himself brave, a person can call himself careless also, but not a cheat. Next word. Next shloka. Samargamanastam devim, Samargamanastam devim, Rama Sita Maninditam, Rama Sita Maninditam, Asasadavane Mitram, Sugrivam Namavanaram, Asasadavane Mitram, Sugrivam Namavanaram. Easy shloka, that's why I made it quick. Let's chant it together. Samargamanastam devi Rama Sita Maninditam, Asasadavane Mitram, Sugrivam Namavanaram. Again. Samargamanastam devi Rama Sita Maninditam, Asasadavane Mitram, Sugrivam Namavanaram. Again, look at the adjective for Sita Mata. Aninditam Sitam. Sita, you were blameless in the whole process and you got abducted. Hanuman is so clever in his choosing or in the choice of his words. We must learn that from him. If you want to talk to somebody, what word should you use? The correct word that will trigger the correct emotion in the listener. Should not generally drop words. Very beautifully he teaches us that lesson. Saha Ramaha, that Rama. Aninditam Devim Tam Sitam. Aninditam, blameless one. Devim, she is a goddess. That Sita Mata. Margamanaha, he was searching for her. So after having been abducted, Rama spent time searching for you. That is the message he is conveying. But how does he convey it? Oh, you the blameless one, you the goddess. Rama was really very sad at having lost you. So when he was searching for you, Margamanaha, Vane, in the forest, Sugrivam Namavanaram, Sugriva named Vanara, Mitram Asasada. So very clearly he is again underscoring his loyalties and where the friendship lies between Rama and Sugriva. And Hanuman, being Sugriva's minister and Rama's bhakta, is firmly on Sita Mata's side. He's very clearly laying the foundation for the trust to be built. So, Sugrivam Namavanaram, Mitram Masasada attained him for a friend. Tatasa Valinam Hatva, Tatasa Valinam Hatva, Rama Parapuranjayaha, Rama Parapuranjayaha, Prayachat Kapirajyam Tam, Prayachat Kapirajyam Tat, Sugrivaya Mahabalaha, Sugrivaya Mahabalaha, Tatasa Valinam Hatva, Rama Parapuranjayaha, Tatasa Valinam Hatva, Rama Parapuranjayaha, Prayachat Kapirajyam Tat, Sugrivaya Mahabalaha, Prayachat Kapirajyam Tat, Sugrivaya Mahabalaha. Second shloka goes out of chandas, but it's Asha Prayoga, so we still chant it like that. It is not Anushtup because there is one syllable extra. Chant it together. Tatasa Valinam Hatva Rama Parapuranjayaha Prayachat Kapirajyam Tat Sugrivaya Mahabalaha. Okay, so here he leaves a gap in his narrative. He does not tell about Rama and Sugriva mutually commiserating each other over their loss. Rama over the loss of Sita and Sugriva over the loss of his kingdom to Vali and even his loss of his wife to Vali. So, without talking about that, directly Hanuman goes to Tataha Parapuranjaya Mahabalaha Ramaha. Mahabalaha, powerful, Parapuranjayaha. Puram refers to fort. Parapuram, enemies' forts. Parapuranjayaha, victory, one who has victory over, or one who wins over enemies' forts. Okay, Parapuranjayaha Ramaha, one who wins over enemies' forts. Mahabalaha, the powerful Rama. Validam Hatva, having killed Vali. Vali is no easy enemy to defeat, right? So having killed Vali, Vali in fact could defeat Ravana himself. So Rama defeated that Vali. This is again to give that confidence to Sita Mata more than to talk about the understanding between Sugriva and Rama. By saying that your husband won over Vali himself, what is Hanuman doing? He's instilling confidence in Sita Mata that he was capable of destroying even Vali. So obviously he can win over the person who won over Ravana. If he can win over such a person, he can win over Ravana easily. So Valinam Hatva, having killed Vali. Tat Kapirajyam Sugrivaya Prayachata. That Kapirajyam, lordship over the monkeys. Sugrivaya, for Sugriva, Prayachata, offered, gave. Prayachata is a verb. He gave the kingship of the Vanaras to Sugriva. So very carefully he emphasizes Rama's valor and strength rather than the transaction between Rama and Sugriva, or the agreement between Rama and Sugriva. Again, the mark of a person who knows how to speak. Right, you and I would have just told the story as is. Rama met Sugriva, both of them were sad, both of them talked their sad stories. Rama proved his strength to Sugriva and then agreed to save him from Vali, proved his strength to Sugriva and then killed Vali. Then Sugriva became the king of the monkeys. Instead of telling like this, very clearly, Rama killed Vali, thereby giving the position of lordship of the monkeys to Sugriva, thus proving that Rama is the powerful one in this whole story. सुग्रीवेणापि सन्दिष्टा हरयः कामरूपिणः दिक्षु सर्वासु तां देवीं विचिन्वन्ति सहस्रशः सुग्रीवेणापि सन्दिष्टा हरयः कामरूपिणः दिक्षु सर्वासु तां देवीं विचिन्वन्ति सहस्रशः together. सुग्रीवेणापि सन्दिष्टा हरयः कामरूपिणः दिक्षु सर्वासु तां देवीं विचिन्वन्ति सहस्रशः. We know this part. Sugrivena sandishta. Vichinvanti is the verb. Vichinvanti means what? They are searching. Okay. Sugrivena sandishtaha. Ordered by Sugriva. Kamarupinaha kapayaha. Kamarupinaha means those who can take any form at will. Kapayaha, monkeys. The monkeys who can take any form at will. Sahasrashaha, thousands of them. Sarvasu dikshu, in all directions. Tam devim, that goddess, Vichinvanti, are searching. So on Sugriva's orders, the monkeys in thousands are searching for Sita Mata in all directions. Again saying so many people are looking for you, don't worry. Aham sampati vachanat. Shatayo janamayatam. If you do it, chant it together, it will be chata. Shatayo janamayatam. Tasya hetor vishalakshya. Hetora, please correct it. Hetor, not heto. Tasya hetor vishalakshya. Sagaram vegavan plutaha. One second, let me be on mute for a second. Aham sampati vachanat shatayo janamayatam. I'll now chant it together. Aham sampati vachanat khatayojanamayam tasya hetor vishalakshyaah sagaram vegavan plutah tasya hetor vishalakshyaah sagaram vegavan plutah. Together. Aham sampati vachanat khatayojanamayam tasya hetor vishalakshyaah Sagaram Vegavan Plutaha. Harikaji, is there a question?
Yes, ma'am. Is it tasya hetu or asya hetu in
Ah,
second line?
both mean the same thing. Tasyaha of her, Asyaha also mean of her only. So both mean the same thing. I think in the Sundarakandam, Giritreader's book it is Tasya, and in Gorakhpur it is Asya. Must be. Okay. Both are
Thank you.
fine. It's not anything. Okay. Okay. So here, Sagaram Plutaha Asita. Asita is a verb. He did. Aham Sampati Vachanat. I. Out of Sampati's words, due to Sampati's words. Again, to fill the gap, in the process of searching for, we've already spoken about this, in the process of searching for Sita Mata, not having found her anywhere, the monkeys were ready for Prayopavesha, which means fasting and then death by fasting. Okay. So Angada saw this, he was very sad and he started lamenting. Oh, you brave monkeys. Oh, our fate, Vali died. Oh, our fate, Sita Mata was lost. Oh, our fate, we're not able to find her again. Oh, our fate, Jatayu was killed. When he said, oh, our fate, Jatayu was killed, Sampati heard this and said, who, what, Jatayu? How can he be killed? My brother. And then he says, Angada fills the gap in that story. Sampati says, I saw Sita Mata or I saw a lady in distress being dragged by this terrible Ravana across the ocean. So, Sampati Vachanati Eva, the Vanaras decided they are going to leap over the ocean, isn't it? So here, Aham Sampati Vachanat, due to the word of Sampati, Aham, the adjective he uses for himself is Vegavan. Me, the swift one. Asyaha Vishalakshya, Tasyaha Vishalakshya, of that Vishalakshi, of that beautiful wide-eyed lady. Hetoho, due to her. Shatayojanam ayatam sagaram plutaha. Shatayojanam ayatam, 100 yojanas wide. Sagaram, ocean. Plutaha, I have left over. Okay, so Vegavan is the adjective he uses for himself, the speed, the one who is very swift. So in one swift leap, I leapt over the ocean. It's the meaning. यथा रूपां यथा वर्णां यथा रूपां यथा वर्णां यथा रूपां यथा वर्णां यथा लक्ष्मीं विनिश्चिताम् यथा लक्ष्मीं विनिश्चिताम् अश्रौषं राघवस्याहम् अश्रौषं राघवस्याहम् सेयमासादिता मया सेयमासादिता मया यथा रूपां यथा वर्णां यथा लक्ष्मीं विनिश्चिताम् यथा रूपां यथा वर्णां यथा लक्ष्मीं विनिश्चिताम् अश्रौषं राघवस्याहम् सेयमासादिता मया अश्रौषं राघवस्याहम् सेयमासादिता मया टुगेदर यथा रूपां यथा वर्णां यथा लक्ष्मीं विनिश्चिताम् अश्रौषं राघवस्याहम् सेयमासादिता मया मया आसादिता अस्ति I have reached. So what has he reached? Aham, I. See the second line. Raghavasya aham is there, no? That aham. Aham. Raghavasya tam. Okay. I. Raghavas, Ramas. Yatha rupam. Yatha varna. Yatha lakshmi. Ashrausham. Okay. Yatha rupam. Of the similar form as Raghava. Similar to Raghava in appearance. Yatha varnam. Yatha varnam. Of a similar color. Yatha Lakshmi. Of the same radiance. Ashrausham. I have heard. Vinishchitam, Ashru Ragasya Aham. Sa Iyam. Sa Iyam. She, this Sita Mata, Maya Asadita, has been reached. So what is the meaning of same form, same color, same radiance? Radiance we both can understand. Rama, Sita have the same radiance. Correct? How bright Rama is, effulgent he is, Sita also is the same effulgence. But what is the meaning of Yatha Rupam, Yatha Varnam? Basically, they complement each other perfectly. Yatha does not mean Samyam in the sense of equality, but Samyam in the sense of perfect complement. Okay, if Raghava may be dark, Sita may be fair. But the dark and fair go together perfectly. Same way, Raghava may be tall with mighty bhujas. She may be delicate and beautiful with a lotus-like face. Yet they complement each other perfectly. So it is like the most common example I can give is Ardharari, right? How do Shiva and Shakti look? You might think they are different. Height adjustment happens a little bit when we do Ardhanarishwara form because there is something called Talamana in iconography, where the Devi's height is a little shorter than the Deva's height. Correct? So Shakti has to be a tiny bit shorter than Shiva. But when it comes to any of these Ardharupa depictions, Shakti gets elongated and both are shown equal. Okay, so there is something called Talamana adjustment. So if you look at it on first sight, it does not look jarring. It looks very beautiful. Correct? The same meaning here. Yatha Rupam, Yatha Varnam, Yatha Lakshmi. Of the same form, of the same color, of the same radiance. Does not mean same, but perfect complements to each other. Like that, I have found this Sita Mata here. So how I imagine her to be. Now, if I see and I put both of them next to each other in my mind's eye, they're a perfect fit. So I have found the right person. So I'm very confident, he says. Okay. Then, Shlok. Viraramaiva muktasau. Viraramaiva muktasau. Vacham vanarapungavaha. Vacham vanarapungavaha. Janaki chapi tachrutva. Janaki chapi tachrutva. Vismayam paramam gata. Vismayam paramam gata. Viraramaiva muktvasau. Vacham vanarapungavaha. Viraramaiva muktasau. Vacham vanarapungavaha. Janaki chapi tachrutva. Vismayam paramam gata. Vismayam Janaki chapitam shrutva tachrutva. Sorry, I'm distracted because I'm looking for another shloka reference which I just slipped my mind. Janaki chapi tachrutva Vismayam paramam gata. Together. Viraramaiva muktvasau Vacham vanarapungavaha Janaki chapi tachrutva Vismayam paramam gata. Okay, so here Agata Asit. She also attained what Vismayam. She also was surprised. So Janaki's reaction. Asau vanara pungavaha evam vacham uktva. Okay, having spoken these words, Asau, that vanara pungavaha, the chief of the Vanaras, evam vacham, these words, having spoken uktva. Virarama, he stopped. Janaki cha api tat shrutva. Janaki also having heard these words, param vismayamagata. She attained great wonder, shock. For her, she was not least expecting, from the point of view of an actor in a play, she was least expecting this cue. Okay, came from Hanuman, she was least expecting it. So immediately, round-eyed with wonder, shock, she looks at him. Okay, the Jaganmata inside her must be smiling and thinking, Amma, finally my child has opened his mouth. But here, as a perfect actor in a play, she expresses the Navarasa may one rasa of Vismaya or wonder, saying, wow. Okay, this, if you look at it in a deeper way, means, Akka, finally my child has spoken. How wonderful. So wonder. Amma, I'm so happy to hear him speak. Wonder, round-eyed with wonder. When you hear your child's voice for the first time, how do you feel? Apart from the cries, when you hear the first word, how do you feel? You should imagine Sita Mata feeling like that. Full wonder and joy. Appa, my child has spoken. Okay. Now the story will go along also, plus my child has spoken. From the point of view of an actor, Sita Mata, somebody is now telling Rama's name in this forest just when I'm ready to take my life, round-eyed with shock. So you should experience emotion in both levels and then understand what she must be going through. Okay. ततः सा वक्रकेशान्ता ततः सा वक्रकेशान्ता सुकेशी केशसंवृतम् सुकेशी केशसंवृतम् उन्नम्य वदनं भीरुः उन्नम्य वदनं भीरुः शिंशुपावृक्षमैक्षत शिंशुपावृक्षमैक्षत ततः सा वक्रकेशान्ता सुकेशी केशसंवृतम् ततः सा वक्रकेशान्ता सुकेशी केशसंवृतम् उन्नम्य वदनं भीरुः शिंशुपावृक्षमैक्षत उन्नम्य वदनं भीरुः शिंशुपावृक्षमैक्षत ततः सा वक्रकेशान्ता सुकेशी केशसंवृतम् उन्नम्य वदनं भीरुः शिंशुपावृक्षमैक्षत. So let's look at the meaning. Aikshata, she saw. Tataha, then. Vakrakeshanta, one with curly hair. Bhiruhu, the timid lady. Keshasamvritam, Keshasamvritam vadanam. Her face, Vadana refers to face. Kesha Samvritam, covered by her hair. Unnamya, having raised. Her hair was not open. It was tied in a single braid. But that single braid was so thick that when her head was bent, it appeared to be covering her face. So when she had to lift her face, she had to move her hair. Unnamya, having raised. Shimshupa Vriksham Aikshata. She saw the Shimshupa Vriksha and wondered, where is this voice coming from that has just told me Ramakatha? So, opening her, lifting the Keshabhara on her face, she looks up at the Shimshupa tree in wonder. Nishamya Sita Vachanam Kapescha निशम्य सीतावचनं कपेश्च दिशश्च सर्वाः प्रदिशश्च वीक्ष्य दिशश्च सर्वाः प्रदिशश्च वीक्ष्य स्वयं प्रहर्षं परमं जगाम स्वयं प्रहर्षं परमं जगाम सर्वात्मना राममनुस्मरन्ति सर्वात्मना राममनुस्मरन्ति निशम्य सीतावचनं कपेश्च दिशश्च सर्वाः प्रदिशश्च वीक्ष्य निशम्य सीतावचनं कपेश्च दिशश्च सर्वाः प्रदिशश्च वीक्ष्य स्वयं प्रहर्षं परमं जगाम सर्वात्मना राममनुस्मरन्ति स्वयं प्रहर्षं परमं जगाम सर्वात्मना राममनुस्मरन्ति टुगेदर निशम्य सीतावचनं कपेश्च दिशश्च सर्वाः प्रदिशश्च वीक्ष्य स्वयं प्रहर्षं परमं जगाम सर्वात्मना राममनुस्मरन्ति. So here, Jagama, Parharsham Jagama. Sita was very happy. Sita Kapehe Vachanam Nishamya. Sita Mata, having heard the monkey's words, the first pada. Sarvaha Dishaha cha Pradishaha cha Vikshya. Having seen all the directions and quarters. Swayam Sarvatvana Ramam Anusmaranti. She herself thinking of the one who is the indweller of all, namely Rama. Having thought of him, okay, Paramam Praharsham Jagama, she attained great happiness. Okay, to understand this, she first reaction was wonder. Where is this voice coming from? Next reaction is happiness. Why? It is like we say, God saves us in some form or the other. Don't we make that? Don't we say that line? When do we say it? Bhagavan comes in the form of a cow, a dog, another human being, a friend, a mother. In some form, he comes and helps us. When we say that, the underlying tatparya is that Bhagavan is the indweller of all beings. So the person helping us also is none else but Bhagavan. So Bhagavan helps us in different forms. Okay, that is a tatparya. Here, it is an elucidation of the same concept. First wonder, where could this sound in this hostile place be coming of Ramakatha? Now the next thing is Rama is the indweller of all beings. So if a being is singing Rama's names and glories, that being is also Rama himself. There is Rama present everywhere. So she experiences that Samabhava. She experiences that that feeling of finding the Lord within all beings. Therefore, she loses her fear, wonder, and experiences the first kindling of happiness, saying, Rama in some form or the other will save me. Maybe it is in this monkey's form. But I'm sure to be, she still doesn't know it's a monkey. Some being who is telling the story from the tree. Rama will save me in some form or the other. So that is why the word Sarvatmana Ramam Anusmaranti. Sarvatmana could also be taken as herself. Okay, by her own self, thinking of Rama. But the commentators, the traditional commentators say we must look at Rama here as embodiment of all beings, indweller of all beings. Sorry, not embodiment, indweller of all beings. When we take it like that, then she sees Rama in all beings and knows that Rama will help her. And this sound that is coming, therefore, is not a matter of great shock or surprise. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. Why this? Okay. सा तिर्यगूर्ध्वं च तथाप्यधस्तात् सा अधस्तात् अधस्तात् otherwise nakara you'll say सा तिर्यगूर्ध्वं च तथाप्यधस्तात् निरीक्षमाणा. I don't know if in Giri book it is adhastat or adhasta. If it is double nakara, you are okay. Okay, double nakara is fine. Nirikshamana should be adhastan nirikshamana. Okay, that way. Is it clear? It is not adhasta without a takara. If there is a takara, the takara could also change to a nakara due to sandhi rule. So it would be sa tiryagurdhvam cha tathapyadhastan nirikshamana. Okay, nirikshamana tamachintya buddhim. Everyone okay with it? No? Understood? No? So the slide is wrong. Niriksham sa tiryagurdhvam cha tathapyadastat nirekshamana tamachintya buddhim nirekshamana tamachintya buddhim dadarsha pingadipate ramatyam dadarsha pingadipate ramatyam Vatatmajam suryamivodayastam Vatatmajam suryamivodayastham Satiryagurdhvam cha tathapyadastat nirikshamana tamachintya buddhim Dadarsha pingadhipate ramatyam Vatatmajam suryamivodayastham. Okay. Sa, Dadarsha is the verb. She saw. Sa Dadarsha. Sita Mata saw. This is her first sight of Hanuman. How does Hanuman appear in Sita Mata's eyes when she first sees him? Is in the shloka only. Okay. So Sa, she, Tiryak urdhvam cha tathapi adhastad. Tiryak means sideways. Urdhvam means up. Adhastat means down. Nirikshamana, looking everywhere, sideways, up and down. Achintya buddhim. One of the, okay. Pingadhipatehe amatyam. Suryamiva, udayastam suryamiva. Tam vatatmajam dadarsha. All these words are adjectives for Hanuman, as Sita sees him. Vatatmajam dadarsha. Son of Vayu, she saw. Okay. What are the adjectives for him? Achintya buddhim. One of unimaginable intelligence. Supremely, see, Sita Mata is no ordinary person. Jagan Mata, seeing her child, she will know all his qualities, right from his, who is his father to all his qualities, everything she can make out in one glance. First glance is, oh, son of Vayu has come before me. Second, what an intelligence the child I have. Achintya buddhim Hanumantam. Okay, avatatmajam. Pingadhipatehe amatyam. The minister of the chief of the Vanaras. Pingadhipatehe, of the chief of the Vanaras. Amatya means minister. Udayastham Suryamiva. Udayastham, rising. Suryam, like the rising sun. Okay, so why this rising sun has been used here as a adjective for Hanuman? It could be because of his slight reddish color. Kapila Varna, could be that. But the Vyangyartha, the deeper meaning is this. Two meanings are there. One is, rising sun implies that he has been blessed by Surya Bhagavan as his disciple. One meaning. Second meaning, before Suryodaya, a redness comes, right? Who is the Surya? Lord Rama of the Ikshvakukula. Before the Surya appears, the redness in the form of Hanuman has appeared in the horizon. So, Udayastham Suryodayam Iva. Like a harbinger or like an indicator of the sunrise that is soon about to happen, the redness first appears in the eastern sky. In the same way, Hanuman is the harbinger of good times. He is going to bring Rama there. Okay, so she sees Hanuman before Rama appears. So it's a sign of auspiciousness. Suryodaya itself, from our point of view, when we look at the deeper significance of this particular shloka, when we get the grace or the kataksha of Ambal, when it falls on us, Suryodayam comes in our life. So the Suryodayam is actually within us, where the Ajnana Timira gets banished by her kataksha and Jnana dawns. So this is it is the underlining of the auspiciousness that happens when Ambal looks at us. So when Sita Mata looks at Hanuman, this is the thing that she sees. It's also for us. Okay. Let us look at इति श्रीमद् रामायणे सुन्दरकाण्डे 31 सर्गाः अथ 32 सर्गाः सीता हनुमद्दर्शनम् ततः शाखान्तरे लीनम् दृष्ट्वा चलितमानसा वेष्टितार्जुनवस्त्रं तं विद्युत्सङ्घातपिङ्गलम् ततः शाखान्तरे लीनम् दृष्ट्वा चलितमानसा वेष्टितार्जुनवस्त्रं तं विद्युत्सङ्घातपिङ्गलम् together. ततः शाखान्तरे लीनम् दृष्ट्वा चलितमानसा वेष्टितार्जुनवस्त्रं तं विद्युत्सङ्घातपिङ्गलम् चलितमानसा अभवत्. ततः, then, शाखान्तरे, in the middle of the branches, leenam, one who was hidden, concealed, Veshtita Arjuna Vastram Tam. Veshtita, clad in Arjuna, Dhavala Arjuna, white. Vastram, clothes. Okay. Vidyut Sanghata, appearing like a streak of lightning. Okay. But Pingalam means one who is of tawny brown complexion. So Hanuman is of tawny brown complexion. That Arjuna Vastram that he's wearing appears like a streak of lightning on his form. Okay, a flash of lightning on his form. Tam Drishtva, having seen him, Charita Manasa Abhavat, she became a little perplexed. See, again now she slips onto the actress role. Okay, she doesn't leave him immediately. She doesn't trust him immediately. Charita Manasa Abhavat became perplexed. Why? What an unusual form it has come before me. Speaking in human language, very, very intelligent, telling Ramakatha, but a monkey. So she's very perplexed. Therefore, she thinks it might be a Maya Mriga. Similar to the deer that Maricha made himself into, Ravana might have got some other Rakshasa, or God forbid, it may be Ravana himself who's appeared in this form. Okay, somebody else may have come. So she starts seeing the monkey in fear. She starts looking at Hanuman in fear. Charita Manasa Abhavat. My screen is not refreshing. 1 second. Let me just try to. Still visible, right? The screen. There's something wrong with the um, presentation. Beyond this point, it's not moving forward. I will read from my book just for the sake of. We'll probably see another shloka or two and stop today. साददर्श कपिं तत्र साददर्श कपिं तत्र प्रश्रितं प्रियवादिनं फुल्लाशोकोत्कराभासम् फुल्लाशोकोत्कराभासम् तप्तचामीकरेक्षणम् तप्तचामीकरेक्षणम्. Pathaveda, I saw from another book and read. I didn't read from Giri book. What is a Pathaveda? Screen not refreshed. Yes, Rupaji, that is a problem. Canvas crashed. So I'm not able to refresh. So I'll just move on. I'll read from the book. Once more. So please see from your book. Sadadarshya kapim tatra prashritam priyavadinam. Sadadarshya kapim tatra prashritam priyavadinam. Pullashokotkara तप्तचामीकरेक्षणम् फुल्लाशोकोकराभासम् तप्तचामीकरेक्षणम्. Together. साददर्श कपिं तत्र प्रश्रितं प्रियवादिनम् फुल्लाशोकोत्कराभासम् तप्तचामीकरेक्षणम्. Okay, let's see the meaning. Tadarsha is the verb. She saw. Sa tadarsha. Sita Mata saw. Tatra, there. Where? On the Shimshapa tree. Pulla ashokotkara karabhasam. Pulla ashoka utkara abhasam. Bhasam, shining brightly. Like the Pulla Ashoka flowers, which means fully bloomed Ashoka flowers. He was looking like another bloomed Ashoka flower on the Shimshapa tree. Ashokavana, he looked like a radiant Ashoka flower. That means what? Basically, when you see intelligent people, no, they seem to shine. Correct? Their eyes shine. Their form itself seems to shine. It doesn't matter how their physical appearance is. They may be tall, short, fat, ugly, anything. Short, anything. But the appearance, the intelligence shines through. So she sees the intelligence. Tapta chami karekshanam. Ikshanam, eyes. Tapta chamikara are like molten gold. A monkey usually has molten golden eyes, right? So those molten golden eyes seem to be shining with intelligence like fully blossomed Ashoka flowers. Prashritam. one who was concealed in the Shimshapa tree. Priyavadinam, one who spoke very pleasing words for her to hear because he spoke Ramakatha. Kapim, that monkey, Darsha, she saw. So, sitting concealed in the Ashoka tree, she saw a monkey of great intelligence who had spoken exceedingly pleasing words to her, namely Ramakatha. I will give it one more try. No, canvas still hanging. Okay. Maithili chintayamasa. Maithili chintayamasa. Vismayam paramam gata. Vismayam paramam gata. Aho bhimamidam rupam. Aho bhimamidam rupam. Vanarasya durasadam. Vanarasya durasadam. Maithili paramam, sorry, Maithili chintayamasa. Vismayam paramam gata. Maithili chintayamasa. Vismayam paramam gata. Aho bhimamidam rupam. Vanarasya durasadam. Aho bhimamidam rupam. Vanarasya durasadam. Together. Maithili chintayamasa. Vismayam paramam gata. Aho bhimamidam rupam. Vanarasya durasadam. We need the first shloka, first line of the fourth shloka also for Anvaya. We'll learn that also. Durnirishyamiti kyatva punareva mumohasa. Durnirishyamiti kyatva punareva mumohasa. Vilalapa bhrisham sita karunam bhayamohita. Vilalapa bhrisham sita karunam bhayamohita. Let's take the three lines we'll try together. Four lines. Maithili chintayamasa vismayam paramam gata. Aho bhimamidam rupam vanarasya durasadam durnirishyamiti jnatva punareva mumohasa vilalapa bhrisham sita Karunam bhayamohita. Let's see the meaning. Mumoha from the fourth shloka, first line, is taken as the verb for Anvaya. Mumoha, deluded. She again got deluded. Okay. How? Maithili paramam vismayam gata. Maithili, having attained great astonishment. Chintayamasa. She thought. Aho, oh no, Vanarasya durasadam idam rupam. The Vanaras, very, very hard to find such a form of a Vanara who speaks like this in human language. Bhimam is frightening to me. Durniriksham, I can't look at this form. Iti gyatva, having thought so. Sa punareva mumoha. Again she got deluded, thinking she just could not reconcile the Vanara appearance and the cultured words. Okay, which is why she kept thinking this is a Maya Mriga, not a real Vanara. Okay. We will close with this